I didn't even know Josh Lowe still goes here.
It's been a while since I've seen him. Michael, how much time?
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. We're going on 10 minutes before?
Michael, I thought we went on 5 minutes before. Huh? 10? We're gonna go 10. Yeah, because he's doing the seniors day at 7:30.
They want that on video? Do I have to say anything during that?
I mean, you can.
I'll go through these.
I just mentioned who the seniors are. Maybe, I mean, it's all through.
I know.
So if you want to highlight
No, all the seniors on this. I'll just go. I guess when they go through, like, I can mention some things.
I think it's a good thing they're doing. I think they're just saying public presence. I would just say right now they're honoring the seniors.
All right. I'll just say the records or something.
Yeah, we got records right here.
All right.
And we got like winning percentage and stuff like that. Okay. Wow. Look at us. Oh, hey, we're going to need a Snapchat real quick before we go on air.
Why we need Snapchat?
I don't know. Why not, Brian?
It's the last one of the year.
No, we're next week too.
Oh, yeah, I just get my class for it. All right, you starting it off?
Yeah, I'm
Like
gonna read.
usual?
Yep. Unless you want to.
No,
I
you
mean,
take it,
it's
dude.
It's pretty easy to switch.
No, I'll let you take it.
I mean, you are the color commentary guy, kind of.
I'm the who?
Color commentary.
Yeah. You're more meat potatoes, and I'm like the green beans and the carrots. Some corn. Some bread and butter.
All right, hey, we're probably gonna go on some. So. Coolio. Coming to you live from Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. It's time for Ohio Athletic Conference wrestling action as the 19th ranked Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets host OSC rival Ohio Northern University in a key OAC dual matchup. Thank you for joining us this evening. I am Cade Mickley, and I am joined tonight by my partner. Broadcast on slate for you tonight. The Yellow Jackets enter tonight's match with a 16-8 overall record and a perfect 3-0 OAC record. BW enters tonight's match as the only OAC unbeaten, following its 21-12 win at the University of Mount Union last Tuesday in the Lions. Highlighting that victory was a pin by freshman 165-pounder Anthony Arario from Mummy, Ohio, that gave BW the lead for good at 12-9. It also was an important match for Ario as it was his first against OAC competition. BW last competed on Saturday when the Yellow Jackets placed third of 11 teams at the 30th annual BW John Suma Memorial Tournament in the Higgins Center Fieldhouse. Highlighting that effort was Anthony Ario again and sophomore 141-pounder Pat McGinnis, who each won titles. Ario also is this week's OAC Wrestler of the Week. In addition, BW leads the OAC with its 3-0 record with Mount Union and BW's last opponent, Heidelberg, each at 2-1. John Carroll is 1-2, and Muskingum and ONU stand 0-3. The Polar Bears come into the match with a 10-9 overall and hopes to play the spoiler tonight. ONU lost its last OAC match to John Carroll 33-12 last Tuesday. The Polar Bears also competed at the Suma tournament and placed 7th overall. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups. You're listening to the BW Wrestling on BWYellowJackets.com. Welcome back. Right now we will go through the starting lineups for each team. At 125 pounds, BW will start Chris Doyle, sophomore out of Akron Green, with a season record of 22-16 and an OAC record of 2-1. He has a career record of 40-31. He will have a forfeit tonight, so his win column will increase by 1 in all those categories. At 133 pounds, Jesse Gunter, the senior out of Akron Coventry, will wrestle Ryan Bolton, a freshman out of Springboro. Season record of 25-1 and an OAC record of 2-0. He has a career record of 111 wins against 13 losses. Very impressive. Jesse will be honored later tonight. Moving on, at 141 pounds, Pat McGinnis, the junior out of Egg Harbor, New Jersey, Cider Creek. And he will be going against Dylan Dolph, a sophomore out of Canton South. Pat McGinnis has a season record of 2-7 and an overall record of 12-34. He currently is 0-0 in the OAC, and this is his first OAC matchup. At 149 pounds is Joey Schmidt, the senior out of Hinckley, Brunswick. He'll be facing off against Austin Palmer, the freshman out of Powell, Noble East. Joey has a season record of 17-8. He's 1-1 in the OAC, and he has a career record of 79-55. Starting at 157 pounds for BW is Richie Burke, the freshman out of Ithaca, New York, Ithaca. And he will be going against Clayton Davidson, the freshman out of Kirtland. Richie has a season record of 21-16, 2-0 in the OAC, and a career record of 21-16. 165 pounds is Anthony Ario, the impressive freshman out of Maumee. He will be going against Kyle Dieter, the junior out of Covington. Anthony has a record of 16-5, an OAC record of 1-0, and a career record of 16-5. 174 pounds is Garrett Chase, the senior out of Erie, Pennsylvania, Cathedral Prep. And he will be facing off against Alex Baer, the sophomore out of Centerville. Garrett has a 26-5 season record, a 2-0 OAC record, and a career record of 122 wins versus 35 losses. At 184 pounds, Ben LeBron will be starting for the Yellow Jackets, the senior out of Strongsville, and he'll be facing Max Dole, the sophomore out of Guilford, Indiana East Central. Ben has a season record of 21-16, 2-0, and a career record of 91-60. 197 pounds is Tyler McClellan, the sophomore out of Medina, CVCA. He'll be squaring off against Evan Hickey, the sophomore out of Lancaster, Wilmington. Tyler has a season record of 21-14, 2-0 in the OAC, and 37-21 career record. And finally at heavyweight is Joe Belford, the senior out of Berea, Lakewood, St. Edwards. And he will be going against Cody Bellamy, the senior out of Sandusky, St. Mary. Joe has a 21-14 season record, 1-0 in the OAC, and a career record of 67-51. Right now, we're going to get things started by going through senior night. Brian, if you will, please.
Okay, prior to tonight's wrestling matchup against Ohio Northern, the university would like to take time to recognize 8 outstanding senior student athletes from our wrestling program who have dedicated, committed, and have competed in our program for the past 4 years. They are Jordan Belfort, Garrett Chase, Jesse Gunter, Jake Landers, Ben LeBron, Jaleel Richardson, Joey Schmidt, and David Shapiro. The university would like to congratulate each of the Yellow Jackets senior for their time, dedication, and commitment to excellence during the past 4 years. Your hard work and teamwork has been much appreciated. We wish that each and all of you all of the best as you go forward during your final year in college and wish you nothing but the best of luck in all your future endeavors. The fine group of young men have elevated the Yellow Jacket Wrestling program into one of the best in the OAC, Great Lakes region, and all of Division III. The group has helped produce a 35-20 dual match record and has an opportunity tonight to tie a single season school record for victories. A record this group has helped to set last season with 17-5 mark. BW is currently ranked 19th in the Division III, and a year ago had its best ever finish in OAC at a region and national tournaments. Tonight, this group leads a team that is 16-8 and enters this match undefeated in the OAC at 3-0. The university would like to congratulate the parents of each of our senior student athletes for their time, dedication, commitment, and love for their children. Your support of your student athlete and the university also is greatly appreciated. We know that you watch tonight with great pride and acknowledge that your son or daughter has been involved in a first-class program. Thank you for allowing us to borrow your daughter for the past 4 years. Good luck, senior student athletes and parents.
As the Yellow Jackets come out, we'd like to hit you with some notes. First note is that the Yellow Jackets are ranked 19th in the latest NWCA Division III poll from January 29th. BW is 16-8 overall and 3-0 in the OAC. One victory from single season record. BW's 16 wins this season is one shy of the school single season mark of 17 set just a year ago when BW finished 17-5 overall. BW is 42-16 the past 3 seasons for a 724 winning percentage. Last week, the Yellow Jackets had a 1-0 record with a 21-12 win at the University of Mount Union and finished third of 11 teams at the 30th annual BW John Soma Memorial Tournament. At Mount Union, BW fell behind 9-3 after 4 matches, but battled back to win and stay unbeaten in the OAC. Freshman 165-pounder Anthony Arario led the charge with a pin that gave BW the lead for good at 12-9. At the Suma Memorial Tournament, both Anthony and sophomore 141-pounder Pat McGinnis led the way as each grappler won an individual title.
Some more background on some of our seniors. We have Joe Belford, a business major from Bree, Ohio. He's graduated from Lakewood St. Edward's High School. Joe is a 4-year starter who has compelled a fine 67-51 career record, including 2 20-win seasons. He also has 34 falls during his career. This season, Joe is having the best season as a Yellow Jacket and has compiled a 21-14 record with 9 falls. He also has placed 7th at the prestigious Wheaton tournament. He also won individual titles as a freshman at the RIT tournament and was named the recipient of the Sportsmanship Award. Joe is the son of Brian and Christina Belford. And then we have Garrett Chase, a sports management major with a business management minor from Erie, Pennsylvania. The 4-year starter and 2015 NCAA Division III All-American enters tonight's match as the BW's all-time leader in wins with 122. Garrett has a 26-5 mark this season and is currently ranked 10th at the 174 pounds in Division III. Highlighting his career are earning All-American honors, being a first-team All-OAC selection last winter, and then winning 3 individual titles, including one of the 2015 John Suma Memorial Tournament. He also is a 3-time recipient of the OAC Wrestler of the Week award. On campus, he's also a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and then Sports Management Club. Garrett is son of George and Kim Chase. And then we have Jesse Gunter, is an accounting major who is pursuing a master's of accounting degree. He is from Akron, Ohio, and graduated from Coventry High School. Jesse, who has already compiled K-12 special education degree requirements, is one of the most accomplished wrestlers in BW history. The psychology minor enters tonight's match with a 111-13 career record, including a 25-1 slate this season. He is currently ranked 2nd in Division III at 133 pounds. Jesse is a 2-time Division III All-American, 2-time NWCA Scholar All-American, who carries a 3.4 grade GPA and a 3-time All-OAC pick, and a 4-time OAC Wrestler of the Week awardee. Jesse is son of Deborah and Tony Gunter. And then we have Jake Landers, an athletic training major and exercise science major from Lakota Township, Ohio. He's a 4-year varsity team member who has competed at either 133 or 141 pounds during his career. Jake is a 2-year varsity letterman who has earned 23 victories his career, including 8 as a sophomore. He enters tonight's match with a 6-8 record this season. In addition to wrestling, Jake belongs to the coast a student athletic training organization. Jake is son of John and Lisa Landers.
Right now we have Joe Belford out in the center, edge of the mat, being recognized for his accomplishments. As Brian's already said, he's had a fine 67 and 51 career record, including 21 seasons. He also has 34 falls, pins plus technical falls, during his career. This season, Joe is having his best season as a Yellow Jacket and has compiled a 21 and 14 record with 9 falls. Right now, Garrett Chase is coming out onto the mat. Garrett is a sport management major with a business management minor from Erie, Pennsylvania. He's a 4-year starter and a 2015 NCAA Division III All-American. He enters tonight's match as BW's all-time leader in wins with 122. Currently this season, Garrett's won 26 matches against just 5 losses. He's currently ranked 10th at 174 pounds in Division III. Highlighting his career and earning All-American honors, being a first-team All-OAC selection last winter and winning 3 individual titles, including at the 2015 John Sommer Memorial Tournament. He also is a 3-time recipient of the OAC Wrestler of the Week award. On campus, he's also a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and the Sport Management Club. Garrett is the son of George and Kim Chase. Next out is Jesse Gunter, who's an accounting major pursuing a master's degree of accounting. He's from Akron, Ohio, and graduated from Coventry High School. Jesse, who already has completed K-12 special education degree requirements, is one of the most accomplished wrestlers in BW history. The psychology minor enters tonight's match with a 111-13 loss career record, including a 25-1 this slate. He is currently ranked 2nd in Division III at 133 pounds. Jesse is a 2-time Division III All-American, 2-time NWCA Scholar All-American who carries a 3.4 grade average, a 3-time All-OAC pick, and a 4-time OAC Wrestler of the Week award winner. Jesse's the son of Deborah and Tony Gunter.
And then we have Jacob Landers, an athletic training major and exercise science major from Lakota Township, Ohio. He is a 4-year varsity team member who has competed at either 133 or 141 pounds during his career. Jake is a 2-year varsity letterman who has earned 23 victories during his career, including 8 as a sophomore. He enters tonight's match with a 6-8 record this season. In addition to wrestling, Jake belongs to Coast, a student athletic training organization. Jake is son of John and Lisa Landers. And then next we're going to have Ben LeBrun, who is an international studies and national security major from Strongsville, Ohio. He is a graduate of Strongsville High School, a 4-year starter. Ben enters tonight's match with 91 career wins and 60 losses, including a 74-41 mark the last 3 years. The 2015 regional place winner and National Wrestling Coaches Association Scholar All-American has a 21-16 record this season. Ben carries a 3.74 grade point average, is a Dean's List student and a member of the Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society. Ben is the son of Dave and Jenny LeBrun. His father, Dave, is a former Yellow Jacket assistant coach. Next, we're going to have Jaleel Richardson coming up onto the mat. And Jaleel Richardson is a business administration major from Copley, Ohio. He is a graduate of Copley High School. Jaleel is competing this season at 141 pounds and has a pair of wins. Despite missing his freshman season due to an injury, Jaleel has been a 3-year varsity contributor who has 6 total career victories. Jaleel's success is not limited to the wrestling mats, as he is Dean's List student who carries a strong GPA. Jaleel is a son of Anthony Warren Richardson and Belina Mia Richardson. And then we have Joe Schmidt, an exercise science major from Hinckley, Ohio. He is a graduate of Brunswick High School and is another of our 4-year starters. Joey is the starter at 149 pounds and has compiled a 79 and 55 career mark and owns a 17-8 record this season. He has two 20-win seasons to his credit with a career-high 27 victories a year ago. As a sophomore, Joey was an OAC Wrestler of the Week recipient. In addition, Joey is also a fine student who carries a better than 3.0 GPA. Joey is the son of Joseph and Catherine Schmidt. And for our 8th senior, we have David Shapiro, also an exercise science major from Beechwood, Ohio. He is a graduate of Beechwood High School. Unfortunately, David was injured earlier this season and ended his career fifth on all time on the career win list with 105 career wins. He had a 104 to 40 career mark, which included a school record 40 victories as a sophomore and a trip to the 2014 NCAA Division III National Tournament. This season, and despite wrestling injuries, David had a 9-5 record, was nationally ranked at 165 pounds. Also an excellent student, David is involved on campus and was a member of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. David is the son of Lauren and Brenda Shapiro.
And last but not least, the student assistant coach Kyle Johnson, who's a psychology and neuroscience major from Lancaster, Ohio. Kyle wrestled as a freshman and has contributed to the program all 4 years. As a freshman, he earned 3 victories. Kyle's biggest victory at BW has been his commitment to assist head coach Jamie Gibbs, and making the BW program one of the best during the last 3 years, including helping the team compile a 41-16 record and a school record for wins a year ago. Academically, Kyle is a Dean's List student who has already been accepted to the Palmer School of Chiropractic Medicine in Davenport, Iowa. Kyle is the son of Lon and Crystal Johnston. Again, we would like to congratulate each senior and their parents tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the pre-match Seniors and Parents' Day ceremony. Thank you very much for sticking with us through this. Now it's about time to get into some wrestling. We will be right back as the parents congratulate the seniors, and the playing national anthem will soon commence. Welcome back. As we said, Chris Doyle will take a forfeit at the 125-pound weight class, putting BW ahead in the team points 6-0 early. But from now on, we should have a full slate of matches for you as we get started here with Jesse Gunter against Ryan Bolton, the freshman out of Springboro. As we said, Jesse is a senior with a season record of 25-1, an OAC record of 2-0, and a career record of 111 wins versus 13 losses. Ryan Bolton, the freshman, has a season record of 4-14 and is 0-2 in the OAC. Jesse's going to put a lot of height here, but on the flip side of that, he has the body mass and muscle mass to match up well against the young Bolton.
And experience on his side as well.
Yes, he does, Ryan. Senior against a freshman here. And early, Jesse going to work with an underhook, going for that single leg and gets it early. See if he can finish. He does, pops his head out early, 2 points. Jesse wasting no time going on the offensive.
Nope, very aggressive to start off.
The senior looking on to put a little bit of show tonight, as it is senior night. One of the last times he will get a wrestle in front of the fans here. Right now he's trying to get that arm out, get that leg flipped over. The freshman doing a good job of fighting as hard as he can to not be turned. Jesse has to be careful here. He's on the edge of the mat. Has to keep that foot in, and they'll go out of bounds. And restart in the center of the mat. Jesse looking very good early on, up 2-0 already.
Accumulating 37 seconds as riding time.
Yes, very observant. Brian. Freshman immediately tries to stand up. Jesse does a good job of getting hand control and pressuring him back down. Looks like Jesse's looking for a tilt currently right now. Or at least he has very deep hand control. Looks like he has his right leg in too, making it even more difficult for the freshman to get out. Jesse doing a really good job of pressuring forward, keeping the freshman's face in the mat. He has about 1:38 in the first period, and Jesse already has 1:15 of riding time. Jesse getting that turn. He's got that half in, getting some back points currently. Might be looking to put him away. Going for the pin early. Jesse has that half nice and deep, and there's the pin in the first period with 1:18 left. Jesse Gunter pins the freshman Bolton.
Great start to senior night.
Great start, like you said, great start for the Yellow Jackets on senior night. Currently, we have a presentation for Jesse Gunter. Last evening, Baldwin Wallace University senior two-time All-American, two-time National Wrestling Coaches Association Scholar Athlete All-American Jesse Gunter was named as a recipient of the Higher Achievement National College Student Athlete for the month of February. This award goes to a student athlete who has excelled in the classroom, on the field of competition, and has overcome an obstacle in his or her life to achieve success. Jesse has certainly done that and more. He's the first Division III student athlete to receive this award during the 2015-2016 year. Jesse again is joined tonight by his parents, Deborah and Tony Gunter. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Jesse and his parents a nice round of applause and thoughts for you people at home, as Baldwin Wallace University Athletic Director Chris Diaz presented Jesse with the plaque marking his accomplishment. In addition, Jesse again will be honored at halftime of the BW's men's basketball game versus Ohio Northern, when a representative from the Higher Achievement will be on campus to present the university a $2,000 check to the General Scholarship Fund and a 49-inch higher HD TV, and represent Jesse with his plaque. Right now we have the 141-pound match, which is Pat McGinnis. No, excuse me.
Looks like we have Jake Lander out.
Jake Lander gets the nod tonight. Jake is 6-0 on the season. He does not have an OAC record and is 23-44 career record. He will be going against Dylan Dolph, the sophomore out of Canton South, with an 8-12 record, 0-1 in the OAC. And I do not have his career record, I'm sorry. But early, both wrestlers going for that tie-up. Get that head pressure down as Jake looks to make a memory on senior night as well and follow in Jesse's steps. Both wrestlers working right now, looking for a setup of some kind. Appears the sophomore Dylan Dolph is trying to get that arm bar and work it as Jake keeps the head pressure, keeps that collar tie. Jake's headgear's off his head a little bit. I know how annoying that can be for a wrestler. You just want it off at that point. But Jake doing a really good job at fighting off, pressuring back into the sophomore, as neither wrestler has really gained an advantage over the other.
Both are just fighting for hand position and body position right now.
Both wrestlers doing a good job, and there Jake finally does something about his headgear. As I said, that's very annoying. You don't really think of it, but it is in the back of your head that this thing's around your neck and kind of in the way. As both wrestlers center mat again and start going back at it. About a minute left in the match. Neither wrestler has really gained an advantage over the other, as the sophomore Dylan Dolph went for a shot there, but too far away. Jake does a good job using his hands, defense, and blocking it. And again, Dylan Dolph deep on the ankle. Jake goes underneath and does his own defense, grabbing the sophomore's ankle. He has about a minute to fight it off. At this point, it looks like Jake has his hands locked underneath Dylan Dolph. Dylan doing a good job though, pressing forward, trying to get his head out, Scored takedown right before, and then Jake gives up the takedown with about 17 seconds left. Looked like Jake was looking for a stalemate call, but he couldn't keep that grip. Now there's about 3 seconds left in the match, and the sophomore will go in the second period up 2-0 on our own Jake Lander. I'd be surprised. Lander chooses to defer, and the sophomore Dylan Dolph will go on bottom.
Jake's career record right now is 23-44 for his 4 years here at Baldwin Wallace. Again, a athletic training major.
Second match starts, and Jake does a great job spiral riding and keeping pressure forward, preventing the sophomore from standing up right away. He's trying to crab ride right now, it looks like, trying to get that leg in. Jake doing a really good job, though, getting his own riding time as he cut in to Dylan Dolph's and now is building his own. He's currently at 15 seconds. Jake has a leg in nice and deep. Crab riding. Looking for a turn. Got a stalemate call, look like. Both wrestlers will restart in the center with Jake still on top with 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the second period. This time the sophomore does a really good job of getting up right away, but Jake is doing his best to keep him back on the mat. The sophomore try to switch on him. Jake does a good job defending, keeping control and building that riding time. At 50 seconds right now with 48 seconds left to go in this match. This period, I'm sorry. And again, both wrestlers will start in center man after going out of bounds. With the sophomore Dolph on bottom still. And again, they start, and the sophomore does a good job at standing up, trying to standing switch. And Jake's doing a great job of defending that. Trying to lift. Jake doing a good job at fighting. Only about 9 seconds ran off between the last set of action. And again, the wrestlers will go back in the center mat with 31 seconds left to go in this period. Jake has 1:11 seconds of riding time and is trailing the sophomore Dylan Dolph 2-0. BW currently leads the team score 12-0 though. And again, the sophomore does a good job fighting, trying to stand up, and Jake again keeps pressure forward, bringing him back down the mat. Doing a good job though of not getting called for locking hands, is letting the freshman, there he lets go. But he does have 1:29 of riding time left and about 8 seconds left to go in this period. The sophomore Dylan Dolph now leads 3-0. Jake Landers is going bottom this period, trailing 3-0. But Landers currently has 1:29 of riding time. A quick stand up here, and this is anybody's match still. Instead, it looks like he looked for an early switch off the whistle, but the sophomore does a good job blocking that off and pressuring forward and starts cutting into Jake Landers' riding time.
As he fights to get up.
Jake doing all he can to get that hand control and get out. And he does, and he still has 1:05 of riding time left. The score now 1-3. Things very interesting right now in the final period between these two wrestlers. Other than that early takedown, it's been a very even match. As, again, Dolph tries that arm bar, and Jake just gets hit with stalling. Has his warning, and again, the sophomore does a good job of getting deep, but Jake's using his flexibility enough to bring his one leg around the sophomore's leg. Looks like he's going for a cradle. He has the head and the leg, but no 2 points have been awarded yet, and he's close to turning. There's the 2, and we have a tied match now.
He's looking to fight to get his leg out.
Jake does have his leg out right now. There's an escape point.
Making it
But
4-3 with just about 30 seconds left.
But Jake has riding time advantage of 1:06. I feel like that should be higher, Brian. I don't know if they started running that back up when Jake got the takedown. As Jake is going for his own offense right now, about 11 seconds left in this period. Now the sophomore Dylan Dolph on the defense. Jake does a great job, nice little shuck by, and there's the 2 points with a second left.
Ending at 5-4. Great match.
Great match by Jake Lander.
Finishing off his senior year.
Way to finish on senior night for the senior. Moving his record to 7-8, 1-0 in the OAC, and 24-44 overall. Great match between Jake Lander and Dylan Dolph. Sophomore has nothing to be ashamed of.
And now we have a local wrestler, Joey Schmidt, coming out of Hinckley, Ohio. Went to Brunswick High School and is a senior, wrestling his last match in Ursprung Gymnasium.
He'll be facing off against freshman Austin Palmer of Powell Noble East. And early, Joey gets a takedown. Looking for a turn. Looks like he already has a leg in. As the Yellow Jackets lead the team scores 15-0. Looks like Joey's going for a half. Has a half in. No back points awarded yet. And there's the count start, but not enough for any points. Already, Joey has 33 seconds of riding time and about 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in this match, in the first period. And there's a half again. But the freshman doing a good job of healing the hand off and not being turned.
As you can see, this Ohio Northern is a very young wrestling team that we've also seen in a lot of other teams, the OAC, for example, Muskingum, a lot of freshmen and sophomores on their starting lineups.
Yes, Brian. Coach Gibbs has done a good job at keeping all the guys invested and letting them grow up to become seniors when a lot of these other schools lose those kids before they become seniors, as Joe gets 2 back points on that tilt. Gives up the escape. Joe look for another takedown with 1:25 left to go in this first period. And Joe has a minute 22 of riding time. Joe's in deep on a single leg right now. He's going to try to split and gets another takedown.
He's done a great job of this match, getting his boots in between the legs of Ohio Northern's wrestler.
Yes, and again, Joe is going for another half. He has to be careful here and careful not to give up a tape. There's a reversal. Joe just got a little too high. The freshman, Austin Palmer, does a good job of taking advantage of the misposition of Joey Schmidt. The score is 6-3 right now. And Joey escapes, making it 7-3. Joey leads the riding time, 1:26 though.
We have just about 35 seconds left in this period.
Joey doing a good job at controlling the upper body of Austin Palmer, and then getting those single legs. Another takedown early, increasing his score to 9-3. Again, Joe has that one leg in. He'll probably just try to ride out the rest of this match, or the rest of this period, on top and build his riding time. And there's the period.
Other than that reversal, Schmidt has been pretty dominant this period.
Yes, he has.
With
Right
his
now he'll go optional start. It looked like he motioned. Yes, he does. Optional start. Kicks out the freshman Palmer. Again, they both are on their feet. Making the score 9-4. Still in favor of Joe Schmidt. Joey does a nice little knee tip right there, straight to the freshman's back, and he has that arm. He'll try to bring him back over. He's too far again. Does a good job of keeping that head down and getting him back around. The freshman being very flexible, not giving up any back points, but gives up another takedown. Now losing 11-4, make that 5 after Joe kicks him. Joe just dominating this match. And again, tripping, making the freshman use his upper body than using it against him. Joe's done a great job of setting up his moves and going against this young competition.
Using his speed and his strength alone to finish his shots and get his back points, his riding time going.
Joe kicks him again with about 40-some seconds left to go in this period, leading 13-6 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds of riding time. Looks like Joe's going for try to go for takedowns that lead straight to the back. But again, he gets another takedown just from a front headlock going down, blocking off the head and getting that 2. And again, another 2. This time it looks like he has a little armbar action going on. Try to use that leverage to turn the freshman. The freshman is very resilient and does not give up any back points to go in this period. but he currently is losing to Joe Schmidt 17-7. Schmidt has 2 minutes and 48 seconds of riding time. Another senior here on senior night, putting on a show in front of the home crowd. Joe will go down, a little bit early movement. Joe stands up easily and early, trying to get that hand control, break free, and he does. Gets that escape point. Both wrestlers are neutral. Joe just needs 4 more points for a technical fall. About 1:30 left in this match as we're in the third and final period. Joe just controlling this match on almost all facets. Just can't quite get those back points, as the freshman's done a really good job of not letting his body be turned. Joe has that single leg right now, working to get another 2 points with a minute left. We got a stalemate call, both wrestlers to go in the center of the mat, both neutral. Joe again just snapping the head down, getting that front headlock right away. The freshman just giving it up way too easy. And again, Joe gets another takedown with about 40 seconds left to go. He kicks him. The score is now 20-8 with 33 seconds left to go. Joe has 2 minutes and 47 seconds of riding time.
Just purely dominant with between his shots and breaking the Ohio Northern wrestler down.
Again, Joe gets in on another single, trying to pop his head out, get another 2 points. The freshman at this point just not giving up any back points. Joe now leads 22-8. Joe probably just stayed in this position. He'll finish with 3 minutes of riding time. The Yellow Jackets currently leading 15-0. Will now increase that lead after Joe Schmidt pulls up the 23-8 victory.
All right. Sorry about
Go
that.
ahead.
At 157 pounds, we have the freshman, Richie Burke from Ithaca, New York. A nice little ride for him to come out here. It has been very impressive this season. As a freshman on the starting lineup,
Here we go, Burke and Clayton Davidson, both freshmen. Davidson out of Kirtland, and as Brian just said, Burke out of Ithaca, New York.
Burke currently is 21-16 as a career, and as a season, as he is a freshman and has not lost an OAC match with a total of 2 wins.
Early gives up a takedown though to Clayton Davidson. The freshman had a nice little single leg early, and now is building up some riding time on Burke. Clayton, the freshman for Northern, is 22-10 this season. 2-1 in the OAC. There's about 1:57 seconds left in this first period. And the freshman, Davidson, has about 52 seconds of riding time currently. Doing a great job on top, keeping control of Burke's hands, pressuring forward. And now he has a leg in, but he is a little high. And Burke knows it. He's trying to keep 1 foot in bounds, try to get a reversal here.
trying to get that pivot arm so he can roll the Ohio Northern wrestler over.
And there, the ref says out of bounds with no point awarded, even though it appeared that Burke had the escape, and Coach Gibbs would like a challenge as he heads to the scores table to talk to the official. Personally, Brian, I do believe that, yes, he was out, but at the same time, I don't think he had anything in bounds to make the point count. You have to have one toe in bounds is the rules for college wrestling. And when he did get free, it appeared that his other leg was out.
As we have Ohio Northern's coach out, also arguing his stance on whether the point should be given or not.
Appears that he's arguing with the use of the camera that Baldwin Wallace gave the official to use. Not really sure what he's saying, obviously. I can only assume that he's saying that there should be a camera at the scores table. Appears no challenge will be awarded at all. And the freshman Burke will just stay on bottom. Not really sure what transpired, Brian. Like to have blown a fly on the wall over there, but life goes on, and so does this match. And again, Davidson does a great job at pressuring forward and preventing Burke any sort of movement. About a minute, 5 seconds left in this first period.
As we have Davidson, also a good freshman. Looking at his record, he is 22-10 this season, and he is 2-1 in the OAC. As these two freshmen go at each other, not much experience, but they do have a great record to hold behind them.
Ritchie wrestled for 4 years and earned 4 varsity letters while in high school. As he gets that escape point, making the score 1-2 with 25 seconds left to go. And the freshman Clayton Davidson has a minute 57 of riding time. Be tough to cut in for Richie Burke. About 10 seconds left to get in this first period for either of these wrestlers to make a move. It appears that Burke's in the better position. As he has control of both arms. He's looking for a trip. Not going to be able to get it in time. Burke will be on top, try to cut into that riding time lead that Davidson built. Oh, it looks like he had a cradle locked up, didn't quite get it enough. Really close to getting those back points. Very dangerous situation for Clayton Davidson to be in. Richard Burke, that was so sudden. Looking for that cradle from that position. Richie doing a good job of cutting into that lead of riding time that that Davidson built up, sorry. Here's that cross face right now, looking for that cross face cradle, it looks like.
Clayton's trying his hardest with just keeping his chest on the ground.
Yeah, Clayton did a good job fighting that off. Burke, the last time we watched him wrestle, did a really good job at running his cradle series. He's so lanky and strong. A little high right now. Davidson has his ankle, trying to flip him over. Burke does a good job. He has that cradle locked up. Getting some back points now. And if not, it looks pretty close to a pin here with about 37 seconds left to go in this period. No pin.
But did accumulate his back points off that.
Yes, he did. He now has a lead in this match and has cut down the riding time of Davidson to just 19 seconds. And again is going for that crossface cradle. Oh, no, this time he's trying to tilt. Turn him, using his leverage, using that leg over and trying to pull his arm through.
He's trying to fight this over with as the time winds down in this last period.
And now there's no riding time advantage as Burke starts building his own riding time. Now has the lead 5-2. And Burke will choose back on top. Very smart of him as he was in control on top that entire second period. And Davidson has to be tired because fighting from the bottom a whole period just wears down on you. And top guy, all the energy he uses just to turn you, really, while you're trying to fight off those turns and stand up at the same time with another man's weight on you.
It appears that he looks like he either cut himself or maybe the headgear.
There's an injury timeout, yes. It looks like maybe blood time. As Baldwin Wallace leads 20-0. And Richie Burke now leads this match 5-2 going into the third period.
With a win, if they do get the win tonight, they will their tie in the league for being number one. And with a Heidelberg loss, they will outright have that league title, depending if Heidelberg does beat Mount or not.
Here we go again as they got the injury situation taken care of. And Burke back on top on Davidson, leading 5-2. Looks like he has that leg in, trying to cross face. Just break down Davidson again. Burke does a great job of using his length to his advantage. Still has that cross face and still has that one leg locked up, and there's a referee stops the match for another injury timeout, maybe some more blood time.
We've had one of our two nationally ranked wrestlers tonight. Jesse, the first wrestler, and then Garrett is going to be wrestling the 174 today. Garrett is ranked number 10th in the country, as Jesse Gunter is ranked number 2 in all of Division III, which is very, very impressive to have two nationally ranked wrestlers on one team, and David Shapiro that was nationally ranked earlier this season before he got his injury, unfortunately.
Yes, as Brian said earlier, we had multiple ranked wrestlers, including Josh Decatur, who's unable to perform tonight. As we get this third period back underway with 1:34 left, with Richie Burke, the freshman from Ithaca, New York, leading 5-2 with 30 seconds of riding time build up.
Richie using his knee to knock down one of the Ohio Northern's pivot arms to break him down and get more control over that leg, which he's trying to pull through currently.
Yeah, Richie doing a good job of keeping his hips back, just trying to use his leverage and length. And again, he's trying to hip over Davidson, not quite working like it did earlier. Surprised that Richie hasn't gone back to his cradles that are so lethal. I can't tell. It looks like he's going for a cradle, but at the same time, it looks like he has his arm reversed in the leg from how you would normally run it. About 25 seconds left to go in this period. Richie Burke has 1:40 of riding time build up, and a stalemate is called, as neither wrestler is able to gain an advantage. 20 seconds to go in this match. The freshman Davidson still in down position as Richie Burke goes top. Tries a little sit-out switch. Richie does a good job following. Ooh, nice little ankle toss. But Richie's staying right on those hips. 10 seconds left to go. As Richie has a riding time build up and is leading 5-2, and that will be your score at the end of this match as Baldwin Wallace increases its team lead already, as the Ohio Northern Polar Bears have nothing, and your BW Yellow Jackets have 23.
We have our second freshman wrestling of the night, Anthony Arroyo from Maumee High School, Maumee area. He's a marketing major. This is his first season, and he's hoping to get his letter as he starts tonight's senior night. Again, an impressive freshman. 16-5 on the season and has a career at Baldwin Wallace and is undefeated in OAC matches, 1-0. He's wrestling Kyle Dieter, a junior out of Covington, who has a 24-12 record this season, and he's 1-2 in the OAC currently.
The freshman Anthony had just won this past weekend the John Soma Memorial Tournament, taking home first place in his weight class. Very impressive for a freshman at a tough tournament that BW finished third in as a team.
Very, very impressive freshman. The past two that have represented BW.
Anthony's facing off against Kyle Dieter, a junior out of Covington, who has a 24-12 season record and 1-2 in the OAC. Both wrestlers feeling each other out here in the early stages. Anthony using his strength to his advantage, getting that little snap down, front headlock. Ooh, and then Dieter. Nice little roll through, and Anthony, great move, straight to Dieter's back. And the pin with 1:26 to go in the first period. Anthony Arroyo, the freshman out of Maumee, gets the pin. That is a very impressive move by the freshman, who appears to be on his way to a very successful career here at BW.
That's right, make that 17-5. Again, undefeated in the OAC. And we have Garrett Chase, the senior out of Erie, Pennsylvania, who wrestled for Cathedral Prep, the sports management major, has had a great career here at Baldwin Wallace University with his 122 wins, nationally ranked. A great senior. Him and Jesse Gunter and Shapiro and all of our 8 seniors.
Yes, they represent BW school and community very well on the mat and off as well. Garrett, former All-American this year, is looking to continue on his success here against Alex Bear, the sophomore out of Centerville. Bear has a nice deep on Garrett's ankle, but Garrett does a good job fighting it off and getting the reverse on his own 2 points. Bear having a mask on right now, very hard to wrestle with. I know personally from experience, it's just very inconvenient, and it feels like very in your way as you wrestle. Garrett doing a good job now, very tough on top. After that pin by the freshman Anthony Arroyo, the Yellow Jackets currently lead the team score 29-0 against the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. Garrett getting that arm, looking for a turn here early. Doing a good job right now. He has the far wrist, just trying to get Bear's shoulder over his head and get those points. But Bear doing a good job fighting that off. Garrett just needs to load up. He let go of that wrist. If he would have been able to hold that on, he just needed to load up one time. Potentially dangerous, as Garrett had the arm above Bear's back. Bear came forward, making the arm go up, and that is a very dangerous situation for the wrestler. Possible dislocation of the shoulder or elbow. some blood time, I think, possibly for Garrett Chase, as he currently leads 2-1. As Brian was saying earlier, Dave Shapiro is done with his career. Unfortunately, the senior four-year starter at 165 is injured now for the season. He had 104 career wins against 140 losses.
We are back into the action.
After that call, both wrestlers are tied at 2 apiece. Garrett leading riding time, though, with 1:10. Garrett a little bit shorter than his opponent. Bear using his length, trying to use his length to his advantage, trying to get Garrett out of position to use those ankles, well, his long arms get to Garrett's ankles. Garrett using his strength to get past Bear's defense, and currently doing a great job at doing so. In deep on a single, Garrett's looking for another takedown here. It appears like he gets one right here.
He's looking to keep his head in front of the arm. Oh, and he fights it through.
About 15 seconds left in this first period. Garrett Chase leads 4-2 with 1:24 of riding time. And that will probably be how we go into this second period. Both wrestlers will go neutral this period. Garrett will look for another takedown here early. The freshman Bear will look, the sophomore Bear, yes.
So.
Bear currently has an underhook, pressuring Garrett's head down. Garrett doing a good job fighting that off, getting wrist control. Referee looking for action. Garrett does a good job of getting in on a single again. He appears he should have another 2 points. There it is awarded. Garrett increases his lead to 6-2 with a riding time of 1:42 and 1:12 left to go in this period. Garrett very tough on top. Doing a good job keeping his hips against his opponents. He's pressuring forward as he appears to be kicking out Bear. There's a little shove. As both wrestlers will go in the center of the mat. Garrett will look for another takedown here to go with 40 seconds left in the second period. The sophomore Bear just backing up now. Garrett pressing the pace of this match. Bear looks for an ankle pick. Does not get it. Garrett does a great job of fighting it off. Garrett now has, excuse me. The sophomore did not let him get the front headlock. About 8 seconds left to go in this period. Garrett gets an ankle, but he will not get any points before this period's over. Garrett leads 6-3, chooses bottom, look for an early escape to build upon his lead. He has 2 minutes and 7 seconds of running time, so I don't think he really has anything to worry about there. Garrett sits out, is looking for a reversal. Bear just fights it off, kicks him out. Both wrestlers neutral again. Garrett leads 7-3. Garrett is 26-5 this season with a 2-0 OAC record. Garrett has a front headlock right now. Just cranking on it, cutting off the circulation and breath of his opponent. Just wears you down.
Garrett's done a great job with maintaining his height in this match so far.
Yes,
Even though he is not as tall as his opponent, he's been staying low and keeping control and keeping his opponent using his length to his advantage.
Garrett hits a high cross right there and kicks out his opponent, increases lead to 9-4. Garrett just using his experience. The senior. As all these seniors have done so far tonight, have just dominated the matches with a little bit of help from the younger guys, 2 freshmen.
One with a pin.
1 freshman with a pin. Looks like Barrett's trying to go. Originally, it looked like he was trying to go double overhooks. Garrett does a good job defending, looking for his own offense now. Snapping down the head of Bear, getting that front headlock. Just snapping him down, spinning, trying to get his 2. Bear does a good job of defending, catching Garrett's leg, but Garrett now has both of Bear's, both his head and his knee. Possible position for a cradle. Referee stops at stalemate with about 4 seconds left to go in the match. And that is how the match will finish, with Garrett Chase winning 9-4 with 2 minutes and 3 seconds of riding time. Garrett Chase just set a school record 27 wins this season. We would like to congratulate him on his accomplishment.
Great win on senior night.
Great senior night altogether, as Baldwin Wallace is just dominating this dual meet, 32-0 over the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And we have here Ben LeBrun, the senior from Strongsville, the local wrestler, wrestling 184 pounds, studying international studies and national security here at Baldwin Wallace.
And here early, he gets a quick takedown on his opponent, Max Dole, the sophomore out of Guilford, Indiana East Central. Ben doing a good job here early. Nice little takedown, but gives up the escape. Ben, very strong senior, looking to dominate yet another match for the Yellow Jackets. Keep the streak going for the seniors on senior night.
Great shot.
Yes, Ben's in very deep, blocking off that ankle, getting his leg around it, and getting another takedown here early with about 2 minutes to go in this first period.
Ben doing a good job keeping his knee into his opponent's back area to drive him down, keep him down on the mat.
Yes, he is. He's doing a good job pressuring forward, looking for a turn here. As Ben is 21-16 on the season, 2-0 in the OAC, and 91-60 career record. Ben pressuring forward, preventing Dole from any type of movement on bottom, really. Doing a good job of getting his riding time, as he already has over a minute, as he gives up another escape here. About 1:10 to go.
As we have Ben on the season, right, currently is 21-16, undefeated in the conference.
There, Ben's looking for, nice little overhook by Dole, preventing Ben from scoring, but Ben again just keeps on coming after him, gets another takedown. Increases his lead to 6-2, and increases his riding time even more. About 35 seconds left to go in this first period. The Yellow Jackets just dominating here tonight. a few close matches, Brian, but other than that,
We've
seen
one-sided.
We've seen many pins and a tech fall and a major decision, I believe. About 10 seconds to go in this period. Ben LeBron leads 6-2 with 1:50 of riding time. And there's the end of the first period. Ben will choose down the second period. Try to get a quick escape as he already has almost 2 minutes of riding time built up. There's the whistle. Ben trying to get hand control, stand up. Max Dole does a good job of defending, pressuring forward, and keeping Ben down as he puts in a half. Ben trying to get that hand off, doing a good job keeping his base under him. Ben now has 1:23 seconds of riding time as that continues to go down so long as Max Dole stays on top. Max Dole doing a good job. And there's a stalling call on Ben LeBron for not working on bottom. Max Dole appears to have wrist control on Ben's left arm. Doing a good job of keeping that very strong grip. Looks like he has wrist control on both arms on Ben. Gives that up as we near the edge of the mat. About 45 seconds left to go in this period as Max Dole is cut completely into Ben LeBron's riding time. As now Ben only has 30 seconds left with about 34 seconds left to go in this match. Freshman Max Dole doing a really good job at just pressuring forward and not giving Ben any room to get up. Cross facing him now. I'm not so sure he's not going to get any points out of this, Brian, but he has cut into the riding time, and there's a stalling on top. It's about 9.9 seconds left in this second period. Ben LeBron's riding time's all the way down just to 4 seconds, after it previously been almost 2. We have a caution on top as Max Dole was a little bit too eager. Again, Max does a good job of just pressuring forward, not letting Ben have any room whatsoever to make a move. And there's the whistle for the end. As now Max Bear has the advantage in riding time with 5 seconds. Not enough to matter, but Max Dole does choose top. Max Bear, chooses top as he's found success of not letting Ben LeBron up. Ben is winning 6-2 though currently, and the Yellow Jackets lead the team score 32-0. Ben doing everything he can to try to get some hand control, and there's another stalling. There's 1 point for Red. Now things are very interesting as Ben not only leads by 3, and Max Bear is getting some riding time. Max better be careful as he's throwing and has on both hands that he doesn't have both hands there at the same time and get called with the full Nelson. About 1:10 left to go in this period as Max Bear has 1 minute of riding time now. Ben Bear, be careful he's not hit with another stalling. Max Bear just doing a great job on top, now has one leg in. just pressuring forward. It's really hard. A referee very rarely calls stalling when a top man has legs in, even if the top man just acting like he's working. As both wrestlers have been stalling, been hit with stalling. Ben been hit with stalling twice, giving up a point. Now Max is cross-facing Ben LeBrun, and there's another stalling on Ben LeBrun, making the score 4-6 as Max Baer has a minute 52 of riding time. 10 seconds to go in this match. Ben can give up another stalling call. And there is the whistle for the third period to come to an end.
As BW holds on to their their shutout.
Yes, Ben LeBron barely clings on for a win as Max Baer just dominated on top those last two periods. Ben could not get anything going, but holds on for the early victory after all those takedowns in the first period to increase the team score 35-0.
And at 197, we have Tyler McClellan, the sophomore from Medina, who had previously wrestled out of the CVCA, the Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, the business management major. Goes into this match at 21-14, undefeated in the OAC with a 2-0 record and an overall of 37-21.
Career record, that is.
Yes, career record is that last record I read off.
Tyler will be going against Evan Hickey, the sophomore from Lancashire, Wilmington, who has 20-10 on the season and 2-1 in the OAC. Tyler does a great job snapping him down. Didn't quite capitalize on it. Don't think he was expecting it to work as well as it did. Tyler doing a good job. Very aggressive early. Just controlling the mat space, pressuring in. Snapping the head control on Evan. Tyler doing a good job just blocking everything off, setting up his own, just controlling the mat space. Nice little fake shot right there. Surprised he didn't capitalize on that. Shot, reshot. And there's the stalling on Evan. As I said, Tyler's just been dominating mat space, just pushing in, just moving Evan all around. After this, we have one more match between Joe Belford and Cody Bellamy at the heavyweight. Baldwin Wallace currently leads 35-0, as we have said. Just dominating the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. Tyler McClellan is very unorthodox in his stance sometimes as he gets high and crosses his legs a lot. But it has been successful, as Brian has said. He's 21-14 this season. Nice little snap, fake shot. I'd like to see Tyler actually go for one of those. That's been there.
As he does.
Right there. Now he just needs to finish, maybe a trip. Nope, just spins him down. Gets a takedown. About 30 seconds left to go in the first period. About 15 seconds left to go in the first period. Tyler McClellan has 18 seconds of riding time built up. Leads 2-0. Staying on the edge of the mat, keeping that toe in as required to be considered inbounds in college wrestling. And there's the bell for the first period, as McClellan will choose to go down. Evan Hickey mounts. Tyler doing a good job creating some distance, trying to get that hand control. Hickey doing a good job, though, of lifting, just throwing him back down. But again, McClellan just right back up, and there's the escape.
Making it 3-0 with about a minute and 35 seconds left in this period.
Both wrestlers stay in the center of the mat right now as Evan Hickey's already been hit with stalling, and there's another one. 1 point for Tyler McClellan, making the score 4-0. McClellan doing a good job, a nice little shot. Another stalling, another point for Tyler. Evan Hickey cannot keep backing up like this. But as I said, Tyler McClellan, since the first period, has just been dominating mat spaces. Here, Hickey starts pressuring in. Tyler doing a good job, just getting wrist control. Just heavy on the head, working his match, controlling the pace of the match, as most BW wrestlers have tonight so far. Both wrestlers staying in the center of the match now that Hickey has been hit twice with stalling, giving up 2 points to McClellan. And again, Tyler's starting to dominate mat space again. Evan has to be conscious of giving up another point, and Tyler does a good job of getting that nice little single again, looking for another 2-point takedown with 10 seconds left to go in this period. And there he gets it with 4 seconds left to go, making the score 7-0.
With a riding time of 17 seconds.
Evan Hickey going to choose bottom. Tyler has a good chance of improving his riding time. Nothing really hurt if he doesn't hold on too long, though. McClellan's breaking him down, keeping the center mat, pressuring forward, doing a good job, but just not letting Hickey have any room whatsoever. About a minute 40 left to go in this third period, as McClellan's starting to build up that riding time, getting closer to a minute.
McClellan's doing a good job with driving his knee and keeping his opponent face down into the mat.
Not a whole lot of action going from either wrestler. Evan has to be conscious of another stalling. And there it is, as I was saying it. Should be another point for Tyler, making the score 8-0. Hickey just not showing the work that the referee is wanting. Tyler doing a good job, though. Staying on top, just keeping the pressure. Doesn't quite give up the escape. There it is. Big score 8-1. About 37 seconds left to go in this match. Tyler looking for another takedown. Does a nice little job of getting another single spin. Yep. And there's another 2. Making the score 10-1 with 24 seconds left.
As this period winds down to 15 seconds, McClellan, as we said just a second ago, it's 10-1 with a building on his riding time at a minute and 51 seconds.
And as that will stay, the Yellow Jackets continue to build on their lead and the domination of the Polar Bears. The score is 39-0 currently, as Baldwin Wallace is just dominating the team score. As we go in this final match between.
As we have at the heavyweight 285, we have Joe Belford, a senior from Brea, Ohio, who has wrestled out of St. Edwards in high school. He is a business management major. He is competing in his 4th season as a wrestler. and is looking to get his 4th letter, which is very difficult to be a college athlete, getting your 4th letter of your 4 years being competing.
He'll be facing off against Cody Bellamy. Bellamy, a senior from Sandusky St. Mary. First senior that we've seen tonight for the Polar Bears.
Both have impressive records. Joe Belford coming out as 21-14, undefeated in the OAC, and Cody Bellamy 20-8 with only one loss in the OAC, and Joe with the career record of 67-51.
As most heavyweights they're staying in the center of the match, both just using their upper bodies, tying up, just looking to use their weight and strength. My favorite thing is, Brian, to watch heavyweights that can shoot. Nothing quite like it, but it's very rare quality.
Rare sight.
Both wrestlers seem to be very evenly matched up top, using their strength. Maybe Joe using maybe a little bit stronger, a little bit more pressure on Cody's head. Bellamy circling, Joe circling with him. Both wrestlers doing a good job staying towards the center of the mat, though, as we get under a minute 30 in this first period. Joe is the last senior to wrestle tonight, as not just all the seniors, but all the BW wrestlers in general have won every match tonight. And for the most part, rather impressively. What do you say, Brian?
I would have to agree.
About a minute left. Both wrestlers still just using the tie-up, trying to work something, trying to
Wear each other down.
get that advantage over the other. And Joe circled there and little half attempt at a shot as he reached down for the leg. And there, another one. Nice little duck under shot, it looked like. Seems Joe's been putting a lot more action forward. Would not be surprised if I saw Bellamy get hit with a stalling sometime, as we saw Evan hit with earlier last match. About 18 seconds left to go in this first period. Joe again trying to shove that elbow by, get to that outside shot. It's very hard for heavyweights to be hit with stalling because, I mean, we're all used to the big guys just going back and forth in the center of that with their upper body strength.
We have a close one going into the second period at 0-0. Both have had been up the whole entire period. Now time to see some bottom stuff.
Yes, as Joe takes top and Bellamy goes down. Joe doing a good job of pulling him back, but Bellamy doing a really good job of just getting out. He's using some quickness for a man so large. Surprising quickness. As we appear to have some problems with the clock, maybe, or score. May have been the riding time. I'm not really sure. I mean, it was a pretty quick series of actions. I don't think. Yeah, Brian, I'd have to say it'd probably be the riding time.
As for some reason, it's increasing.
Yeah, as for some reason, they're giving riding time for the visitors, as Joe was the one on top. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. But both wrestlers again in the center of the match, just looking for something. Oh, and it appears that Cody Bellamy was looking for a throw right there, had both it locked up. And Joe continuing to work for a shot. Under a minute now. Both wrestlers still looking for some sort of offense, as Cody Bellamy is leading Joe Belford by a point of 1. On there, Brian, they fixed the riding time in Joe's favor. Not that it matters, it's only 9 seconds. But still, I mean, you never know. At some point, it could have a huge factor. And again, Joe shoots. And I'm surprised that we have not seen a stalling on Bellamy, as Joe appears to have done all the work so far. Appears to be working for a shot, working for some offense, and dominating the mat area as he keeps pressuring forward, and Bellamy just keeps backing up. But as of yet, we have not seen. There's the end of the second.
As we go into the second, we have 1-0. The Bellamy is currently leading.
Big Joe goes down. This period looking to even things up
with a quick escape.
There's the escape, with Joe still having 1 second of riding time advantage, making the score even 1-1. Very close match, probably the closest match that we've had all night.
Him and Jake Landers from earlier.
Yes, that was also a great match. As the seniors have pulled it out tonight, hopefully Big Joe can do the same. About 1:25 left in this period. Joe still dominating mat space. He keeps grinding, pushing in, dominating. Like I said earlier, appears to be doing all the work that you would like to see as an official, with Bellamy still not hit with a stalling yet. And again, as I said, nice shot by Joe. Nice little offside shot. 2 points. With about 50 seconds left to go, Big Joe Belford is leading 3-1. He'll probably just look to stay on top. He would love to finish with a pin on his senior night, but he lets Bellamy up with 30-some seconds left to go.
Keeping it close at 3-2 with just under 30 seconds left.
But the way this match has gone, Joe's been the one doing all the offense. I would not be surprised, and it seems that Bellamy is gassed at this point. He's completely exhausted, as Joe's done a good job at just pressuring in and doing some shots of his own. 10 seconds left. Joe leads 3-2 with 24 seconds of running time with an underhook right now. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and there's the match as Baldwin Wallace sweeps the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. Your final tonight on Parents and Seniors Day in Berea is Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets 42 and the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears nothing. BW is now 17 and 8 overall and has tied its school single season record for victories with 17. The Jackets are also a perfect 4-0 in the OAC and can clinch BW's first outright OAC title in wrestling since 1973 with a win at home next Tuesday, February 16th, when the Yellow Jackets host OAC rival Heidelberg University at 7:30. With its loss, ONU is 10-10 overall and 0-4 in the OAC. For Brian Stepp, I'm Cade Mickley. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our final again is Baldwin Wallace 42 and Ohio Northern 0.
Go Jackets.
Have a good night, everybody, and go Jackets.